Because we have this idea of how life is supposed to be, but how are you actually showing up for yourself and your body in the way that your body needs you to show up so that you can live a life according to your terms?
Welcome to the Pelvic Power Podcast. My name is Penny, and I am the host of this lovely space. I am a pelvic floor yoga teacher who teaches people with pelvic pain how to use movement, breathwork, and body awareness to ease and manage their pain while living a pleasurable life. In this space, we'll be talking about all things taboo because we love it, and how to support your lovely pelvis and your lovely self on this journey that you are on. I'm very happy that you are here, and I hope that you enjoy this episode.
Welcome back to another episode of the Pelvic Power Podcast, and welcome to the blob life. And said blob is me. I am right now on my couch. If you are watching me on YouTube, I am slowly becoming one with my couch. That's what it feels like. I am wearing a pink sweatsuit that I got just so I could stay comfy and feel cute as I was going through my surgery, as I was recovering from my surgery. And yes, I did have my surgery on Friday. Today it is Tuesday. And I am really bored. I am really bored. I have been feeling pretty low. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a very active person. And just being at home all the time is just really frustrating. But I did manage to brush my hair and put on a little bit of lip gloss. And I was like, okay, let's record a podcast episode because I always know that it makes me feel better and I love sharing my life with you. So, welcome. I'm very happy that you are here today. So, I finally had the surgery on Friday. I have been waiting about 2.5 years for the surgery. Before that, I didn't really know that the surgery existed. And I'm very excited to have it done. I'm very proud of myself for getting it done, for getting to this point on my journey where I could actually have the surgery. So I'm very excited about that. I so with my lichen sclerosis, I was diagnosed when I was like 18, 19 years old. I'm right now 36 as I'm recording this. So I've been living with lichen sclerosis for a long time. And before I started actually doing my monthly vulvar checks, I wasn't really aware of my vulva and what it looked like, and I just always think that my vulva has looked the way that it looked prior to the surgery. So I've always been fused, like labia minora, hardly there. It's very fused together, and the clitoral hood, it's just very fused. That's just the way my vulva has always been, and that's what I know. But then again, I didn't always used to do volar checks, so I don't really actually know what was going on in my 20s. I didn't start checking my vulva until I was late 20s, early 30s, probably. I didn't even know that that was a thing, and that is why we're doing it. That's why we're checking our vulva so we can actually know what's going on, that we know are normal, and also empower ourselves because your vulva is such an intimate part of you, and the relationship that we have with our vulva, especially for the with lichen sclerosis, can feel really challenging. And I want you to feel more empowered in that relationship with your vulva. And that is also why we do our monthly vulva checks, because we're making it more empowered. We're gathering knowledge about our body and just taking back some of those emotions that may feel like, that's a disgusting part. We shouldn't talk about that part that maybe the patriarchy has taught us, the way that patriarchy has taught us, has taught us has taught us to think about our vulvas. So we're taking that back, we're reclaiming it. That's why we're doing our monthly vulvar checks. So as far as I know, my vulva has always looked the way that it looks. So as I was getting this little procedure done, let me take you through the day. So I was gonna go in to kind of open up the clitoral hood a little bit because it's fused over my clit, and my clit has always been really, really tiny. Sensation wise, you can just imagine that sensation. I've been very desensitized down there. And that's one of the reasons why I was excited about the surgery because I wanted more sensation down there. And I was also very excited because I experience a lot of pain in this part of my body. So, how will this change with the pain that I'm going through on a daily basis? And also, I know I have a really, probably a very sexy, raspy voice right now because I haven't been talking a lot. I've been so bored at home. So, I went in on Friday. My friend, she came and picked me up. I was getting a little bit nervous. I was getting a little bit nervous. They called me, they wanted me to come in earlier. So I did there. I did that. I went there and we went to the registration and they were asking me all these questions. First off, they asked, "Oh, is your ex still your emergency contact?" My best friend went behind me. She was like, "No, I am the emergency contact." She was like, "He doesn't deserve to be in there, so I'm going to be the emergency contact." They gathered all my information, all my friends' information. And then we went on. I think I saw like 57,000 different nurses that day. Like back home, when you're going in for procedure, this is what I remember it as. You have like the same team that's with you, but there were so many different nurses and there were so many different questions and there were also so many different times of the same question. But now I understand why, because I was lying there in bed. One nurse was doing the IV, which I fucking hate. That is the worst part of this entire process of going to the hospital, the IV. I cannot deal with it. And the entire time I was like, I can't even look at it. My friend was like, "Don't look at it like if it makes you feel uncomfortable." And I was like, "But I can't even move my hand." So as she's doing the IV, this other nurse is asking me questions. She's like, "Oh, you live at this address?" I'm like, "No, I just told the registration that I live in another address in another city." She's like, okay, this is your phone number?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then she says, "My friend's phone number as my emergency contact." And I was like, "You know that that's the same phone number you just said to me, right? Like my friend has a different phone number compared to me." She's like, "Okay, that's weird." And then she goes, "Oh, is this your address?" She looks at my friend and my friend was like, "No, that's the same address you just told Penny. Like, what is happening right now?" And they start asking me all these questions and they're like, "Okay, I can see that you have scoliosis. Do you have any of this, and this?" And I just stopped listening because I was like, "I have scoliosis? I didn't fucking know that." And I was like, hold up. I do not have scoliosis. Where did you get that information?" She's like, "It says that here." And then she like grabs my arm and looks at my wrist to make sure that she has the right patient. She's like, it says on the paper that you have scoliosis." And I was like, "No, I have lichen sclerosis. That's why I'm here." Like, how did they mess that up? My friend and I just looked at each other and she was like, "Well, like sclerosis is kind of like similar to scoliosis." And I was like, "Yeah, but what happened to the first word?" And also, sclerosis and scoliosis, it's not the same thing. And I feel like if you live in a hospital, you would know, or live in a hospital, if you work in a hospital, you would know what scoliosis is, but apparently not. And we were just like having a laugh. The nurses were laughing so hard. It was actually really funny. But we figured it out. My gynecologist, who is an amazing gynecologist, I love her to bits. She's the absolute fucking best. She came, she told me about what we're gonna do, the procedure. Because it's like, I've been waiting for a long time for the surgery, but it's also very nerve wracking because it's such an intimate area. And we're in this space, we're in it together, baby. We've been through it before. And like your pelvis, especially your vulva, since we were just talking about the patriarchy and you're taught not to look at your vulva, you're not allowed to like it. And then add a condition on top of that. Like, there's this weird relationship that is created with your vulva, and it's fucking hard. And then you know that you're gonna go and have surgery all up in there, you know? So I was a little bit nervous, but she was so nice. She told me about everything that we need to do. And then my friend, she stayed with me, and then I was ready to roll in there. And I just love getting put under. I'm just gonna say it. I don't drink anymore. I don't do drugs. I don't do anything like that. So when they gave me the little goody goodies, I'm just like, oh, it feels so good. And then I went under, and the moment I came back, I could not, I could not stop crying. Like I was just lying there, tears were just coming down my cheeks. I could not stop crying because I had this like I was so emotional within this process. Like, it was hard for me to even talk because it was so emotional for me. And people may think, like, oh, why are you crying? Like, don't cry. And it's like, this is a part of your body that you already have a really complicated relationship with. And we talk about this a lot, like your emotions being stored in your body. And like, think about the fact that you just went through something that you have been waiting for so long, the anticipation of this procedure that you're going through. And then the nerves on top of that. Like, there's so many different emotions that come up. And I could not stop crying. Like, I was just a blubbery mess. Yeah, it was challenging emotionally for sure. I didn't think that it was going to be that much, like that many emotional emotions. But there were. And then as I was waking up, my friend, she showed up and she walks in and she's like, "Oh, you popped your clit." Ooh. And straight away I just fucking start falling. She was like, "We're celebrating." Yeah, in that mode. And I was like, I'm fucking devastated and I cannot talk because I cannot stop crying. And also, like, I was so fucking proud of myself for doing this. Like, I've had so many surgeries on my vulva, and it's fucking hard, but I was just so proud of myself for doing this because I truly believe, like, I talk about this a lot. Like, I want to experience pleasure, the pleasure of life. And one of those things is sex. Like, I want to be able to experience pleasure, being able to experience that connection with another person more easily. Like, I can orgasm. I don't know why I'm whispering because I feel like my neighbors are going to hear me, but I can orgasm, no problem. But it's just really hard. And if you live with lycosis, you know what I mean. It can be really, really challenging to actually get to that little edge, the little point there. But there's so many different factors playing into it too when it comes to your nervous system feeling safe. But this was just like another hurdle that I wanted to come over in order for me to experience what I want to experience in life. And I'm just so fucking proud of myself for doing this and for just really showing up for myself in the way that I have been. And then we went home. I was gonna post something on my stories, and as soon as I hit record to like share, I just couldn't. Like, I got so emotional because it was so fucking hard. I'm just gonna name this episode "This Was a Fucking Hard Experience" with capital fuck. um, but yeah, I came home, my friend was taking care of me. I was still like high, like at this point, and all the medication or the painkillers that I've been on, like they make me feel a certain way. And then I've just been lying here since Friday. It's now Tuesday. And I have been watching so much TV. I'm reading this really great book right now. It's so smutty. It's called Chasing the Wild by Elliot Rose. It's not so smutty, I wouldn't say, but I'm just like, oh, it's so good. It's an age gap. It's a cowboy romance. Like, if you're into that kind of thing, definitely recommend reading that one. It's such a great one. But I've been reading my book. I signed up for another course that I can do as I'm at home, but I'm also trying to rest, which is hard. My friend called me today and she was like, "How is it feeling today?" And there's gonna be TMI here right now. This is how it's feeling right now. You know when you have a scab anywhere on your body and that scab kind of gets caught in your clothing? That's how it's feeling today. It's painful. She's like, "Oh, oh, oh." I'm like, "Yep, that's how it's feeling." And it's not very fun. So, yeah, that's where we're at. I have had a lot of epiphanies when it comes to myself, my body, my condition during this time that I've been at home. But I just wanted to share how the experience was for me at that moment because I know that many of you are asking the surgery I'm having done. Why am I having it done? How can you have it done? So, when I've been looking at the surgery beforehand, it's a clitoral physmosis surgery. I don't even know if that's how you say it, physmosis. When I was looking at the paper at the hospital, it was a lysis of clitoral adhesion. It's basically the same. When I looked into it, it's basically the same, but the lysis of the clitoral adhesions is usually like an in-office procedure and you're awake for it. They chose to put me under, which I'm really fucking happy about because it can be fucking traumatic to do stuff like this. Not that you would feel anything, that's not what I'm saying, but we're all also on different levels of what we have gone through in life and like where we're at emotionally and with our relationship to our body. So I was really good. I was really, really happy that I was put under. So that is the name of the procedure. So if you want to talk to your doctor about that, I don't know how many doctors are doing that at the moment out there. I know that several people are doing it. There was recently a study that was published by Dr. Jill Kraft, amongst others. But I just love her. I just love her. And it was saying how huge of an impact a surgery like this has on sexual function. So I'm really excited to see where this journey will take me. It's like I told my friends, I was like, when I'm healed from this, I will be hunting. This girl will be on the hunt. I'm just really, really excited. On a really sad note, though, I'm not allowed to have a bath until I have my post op appointment. And that's not until May 9th. So I can't have my healing bath ritual. So I'm super sad about that. So if you are having baths right now, can you please have a bath for me too? Because I really want to have a bath. But I am very excited to see where this takes me on my journey. And I'm very excited to have you come along for this journey too. Because as I've been saying before, this is a lifestyle that we're creating. We're creating our own lives according to what we can do with our bodies. I posted a TikTok the other day where I said something like, how can you create a life that is your life, even though you live with pelvic pain and maybe doesn't look anything else compared to someone else's? Because we have this idea of how life is supposed to be, but how are you actually showing up for yourself and your body in the way that your body needs you to show up so that you can live a life according to your terms? So, for example, I got this really cute, comfy set that I'm wearing right now, and I've been living in the set for the past 5 days. Yes, I do need to wash it today. That is the plan. But I've been living in the set because it makes me feel comfy and cute and just a little bit of joy. Like, there's so much joy in things all around in life, and like reaching for the small stuff can really help with what you're going through as well. On that note, thank you so much for tuning in to today's podcast episode. I'm actually heading to Sweden in 6 days, and I'm very excited to go see my family, to hang out with them, and just have a really great time eating a bunch of yummy food and, just getting a little bit of change of scenery. I feel like I'm going through like a little reset, not just sexually, but a little bit of reset in life. So I'm excited. Until next time, remember to look after your beautiful body and remember that your body is strong, that you are capable of anything that you put your mind to. And if you haven't done your monthly vulvar check yet, this is your sign to do so. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Bye. If you love this episode, I will be so grateful if you could leave a rate and review in your podcast app. It would mean so much to me. If you're tuning in on YouTube, feel free to hit subscribe and leave a little comment down below about what you learned about yourself today. Thank you so much, and you have no idea how much I appreciate you for being here.